on the world.
So, ready, Jay? We are live. All right, guys, we're back at it again. Episode 81. Throw That Truth There podcast. We're back at you again. Guys, thanks for joining us. Those that joined us, I'm your host, James Gill. You all right, Joe?
Yeah, keep hitting that.
Joe's not ready, guys. Joe's
I am
not
too
ready. He
ready.
is not ready. He is
ready.
far from being ready.
Yes, I am.
This is my co-host, Joe Hill.
Hey, it's me.
Again. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us again. This is April 23rd, 2025, downtown St. Joseph, Michigan. What, you don't like me saying that?
I just think it's funny how people don't know where the fuck we're at.
Yeah, some people don't, but now you know.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got a special guest tonight. Ex-military Army man.
And National Guard.
National Guard.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't tell me that.
I didn't. He just told me that today.
Okay, good. Dan Mills, thanks for joining us, brother. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you
No problem.
gracing our presence with your... Go ahead and pull that microphone up to you, brother. Get that nice crisp sound. And we are live. Guys, Dan Mills, thanks for joining us, brother.
No problem.
I mean, it's very interesting what all you've accomplished in your life. Probably, he's going to be really amazed with all
Ready
the
to get
questions.
into this one.
Yeah, he's very deep into what you've been through and seen in your life. My questions would just be pretty much who you are and what was your rank after you left and stuff like that. That's what I would like to know.
I doubt that, Joe. Joe, you tend to say that, but you get deeper into questions. So,
oh yeah.
Give us a background check. I mean, this is the background of your history. How did you get into the military? Was it family involved? Like you had uncles, grandpa, father, aunts, cousins that was in the military?
Yeah, I pretty much come from a military family.
Yeah.
My two grandfathers were in the Navy in World War One, two.
Okay.
A couple of my dad's brothers were in Vietnam as Marines. My dad was in the Army. He got in right when Vietnam was ending. So, yeah, I pretty much come from a military family.
Wow, I guess so. Damn.
That's a long line of
history.
People being in the military and serving the country. What drove you to go to the military besides the family aspect? What drove you to go to the military?
I don't know, to do my part. I wasn't doing much afterwards,
Yeah.
so might as well do something.
So did just the aspect of that, just you wanted to play your part as a citizen of the United States. Did that I don't know. I know that inspired you to go into the military, and then you just said that right now. But once you got in, what changed in your life?
What do you mean? Okay. What do you mean? What do you mean by what changed? I'm
Let him answer it.
I was just curious.
Let him answer.
Well, it gives you a purpose, gives you direction.
Yeah.
Just like having a civilian job. I mean, you can do what you want with it, build your career. There's a lot of things you could do. When I first got in, my dad was a mechanic, and that's what he did. And so when I first got in, he didn't want us doing none of the fun stuff. So well, I shouldn't say none of the fun stuff. It's just more stuff that's you're out of harm's way. So I did that for a couple of years, and it wasn't for me. So I ended up changing MOSs to the infantry.
Wow.
But yeah, it makes you appreciate what you have compared to what you could lose. Appreciate the little things, the brotherhood that you gain. Yeah, it's mildly putting it. Yeah.
That's pretty deep answer. I like that. My thing is, what made you get turned away from doing how you say it, the easier stuff and wanting going to the infantry?
Oh, that's easier mechanical.
Hey.
Well, be honest with you, I'm not very mechanically inclined, and I don't even know how I passed the schooling for it.
Okay.
To be honest, I did it for my dad.
Yeah.
So, and when he got in, he was what we call cannon cockers. He was a artillery person when he first joined, and then he migrated into the mechanics.
For being a mechanic, it's still got to be kind of tough, even if you're out there in a different country doing the mechanic stuff, and because of not having everything that is pretty much easy around here just to pick up, or even at the military base, you have to physically have that stuff, knowing what you're doing and everything else out there in the foreign countries.
You learn to do a lot of stuff,
Like MacGyver.
improvise. You deal with what you got with what you have.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm sure that's where the discipline comes in, where you know that you have a job to do, and it's almost like you're on a team and you play your role, right?
Yeah.
So being you didn't want to do the mechanic thing, you want to get into the infantry. Is that more gritty than just being the mechanic and doing the normal things that we do at home?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Most of the time you're in the field. You're dirty.
Yeah.
Days out on weeks. To me, it was fun.
Where'd you go for your boot camp?
I went to Fort Jackson.
Fort Jackson. Nice. That was it. What you see on TV or in the movies, when them yelling at you doing all the hard work and doing everything else out there. Is it like that?
It's a lot different today than it was then when I went through. We didn't have stress cards.
Stress cards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
I don't
What scars
know.
are?
Much about it. All I heard is from people that got in, I don't know, say 5 years, 3 or 4 or 5 years
Yeah.
after I did.
Yeah.
You know, they had little stress cards they got.
No, is the stress cards due to the stress they can handle, or
It's if you're stressed out, I guess.
really?
So I've never actually seen one. I've just heard about them.
Yeah, and this is all. I mean, how new? You know how new this is?
I don't even know if they have them anymore.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't know. This is years ago.
Stress cards.
That kind of makes sense if you're
Not necessarily, but I mean, stress, especially in war, stress is that's a high level. That's a different level of stress.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they have the stress.
It has to be.
I don't think you have, like, if you're in it, I don't think you have the stress. I think it's how much stress they give them to the people. So if they can't handle the stress, they're marking them so they're going to be prepared to go into battle. No?
From what I was understood, you know, they give you this card, you hand it to them if you're stressed.
Oh, really?
well,
Really? So if they're stressed out, and that shows, probably goes to show if they can handle
handle anything.
the temperament of being in the military, as far as
Should have already had that, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
well-
I'm just saying,
But
like,
you have
that's, I mean, that's but
They put you in stressful situations for a reason. I mean,
exactly.
yeah.
I wasn't the kind of person to, I don't know, confrontational.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say.
You
I'm
seem
not
pretty laid back.
confrontational.
You
I'm
seem
laid
pretty
back.
yeah.
So if I get yelled at, I'm kind of like, even in school, you know, when I was in school, when I get yelled at by a teacher or principal, I'd sit there and smile. That's the
Right,
kind of person I am.
right. It doesn't bother you as much.
No.
Now,
But,
on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your stress level as far as being in the military? I mean, as far as being in combat and all that stuff.
one thing I've learned from those experiences is if you can't change it, don't worry about it. Just
Right.
move on.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you can't change what's happening, just deal with it and move on.
No, it's a good way of looking at it, though. It is. It's a good way of looking at it. I like that. If you don't like it, move on.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
I can try to tell my wife that, and she just stresses about everything.
But no offense. She has the kids. She has the job. I mean, she even works for kids, doesn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah. She's a teacher.
She's a teacher at Lakeshore Roosevelt.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's still a stressful job, even teaching. So
As stressful as
One of the
war?
highest jobs ever.
I don't know about war, but
No,
but
dude,
still.
get the hell out of here, man. You just compared teaching to going to war, dude.
No, I meant-
nothing against your wife,
Yeah.
but that
I meant
dude,
normal day
that's-
life.
totally
Normal
different.
life.
So
That's a
stressful.
level of stress that a lot of people haven't dealt with.
Oh, that's true. I'll give you that.
Were you like building bridges and things too when you say like with what you were doing? Like,
No.
you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I know you do. Like
No.
building bridges so that we could go across. Just a good friend of mine was kind of.
No, he was in
Yeah.
the infantry.
Infantry.
Infantry doesn't do it. I mean, you get
So
a
was I
certain
speaking of, if you don't mind me asking?
certain types of people have different certain
Position.
occupations.
Okay.
Yeah.
As far as being, you got mechanics, you got engineers,
Communications.
communications, explosives, things of that nature.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they specialize in that that personal that realm of things, right? there.
Okay.
So when he was in the infantry, he was like front line, baby. You be there. Well, I know the Marines are probably the first ones to go in, right? Or not? Give us the
I-
story,
I-
brother.
I don't know. It was all a combined effort.
So it's a combined effort. You have the infantry that will go in and do the fighting, and then they
So
have
before that, even the Navy SEALs already in.
no. Just let's let him tell the
Stop
story.
talking.
Let's let him tell the story.
I don't know anything about them.
Let's let him tell the story.
Okay, I'll just wait.
What his experience is. I'm sorry.
So to go with the question, I think with everything that's there, who's on the front line with you to be the best way of going with that?
How to compare it to?
Yeah.
It's like you have your combat units, you got your support units, you got your support units are anything from your communications people, your medics, it's a group.
It's a group effort, of course, right?
It's a big group effort. I mean, it's not the infantry, the tankers, the Air Force, the guys flying the jets. It's a group effort. Everybody's there. Your refuelers, your mechanics, that recoveries. Yes, it's just one big group effort. Everyone's got a job to do, and it gets done.
You said your family is basically all military. You have your dad was in the Army, your grandparents were in the Marines. What made you want to pick the Army instead over the Marines and everybody else? Is it because of your dad or?
Well, yeah, because of my dad. I mean, plus, to me, the Army has better options.
Okay.
So, my older brother was in. He was in communications, and when he got out after 4 or 5 years, he went and worked for AT&T.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's kind of cool. It's still part of communications.
Yeah, I don't know. I would get sick of it, but I guess
Yeah,
he
yeah.
liked it.
Yeah.
It's probably totally different where what he was doing over there a little bit. But I mean, with you went from one thing to another. Where, from all the places you've been to, what place did you like the most out of all the places you went or visited, I should say?
When we went down to Fort Hood and trained there, and then we went to NTC in California. That was never been in California, so
Right.
Oh,
that
that
was pretty
one coast to
interesting.
another, definitely.
Yeah, we had a couple lieutenants. It's kind of funny. They're like, no one's allowed to leave. No one's allowed to leave NTC there, but it was not that far away from. They hit Las Vegas or whatever across the border, so they caught like 3 or 4 of our lieutenants that took a car. They ditched it, took a car, and went to Las Vegas for the night.
They took the car and ditched it somewhere, and then they went. That's
So, but yeah. But when we did training at Fort Hood, that was fun. So
Have you been anywhere overseas?
I went to Iraq twice and Afghanistan once.
Is it? I know this is the most probably the stupidest question I'll probably ask right now. But is it really that hot over there? Like they're saying, is it like? I heard it's like Phoenix. That's what one person told me when they were over there.
You get about 120, 130 degrees.
Is it dry heat or humidity or anything like that?
It's dry.
Yeah.
Dry.
It is. You could be sweating, but dry.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, you feel like you're sweating, but your uniform is crusty white from sweat.
Now, does it get cold at night there?
Yes.
Yeah.
You could get used to that 120, whatever degree weather, and it
Right.
could be 80 degrees at night because there's nothing there to hold the warmth in,
Yeah.
and you're wearing snow gear.
Wow.
Holy crap. Yeah. Yeah.
But with all that, with it being 120 degrees, you're fully covered from head to toe in military gear, jackets, vests galore. I'm shocked none of you guys had heat stroke or anything like that.
Well, they they teach you to take care of yourself. And for first thing is at least when we went, you spent 1 or 2 weeks in Kuwait to get acclimated.
Yeah.
And then you left.
Wow. Could you think you can handle that much?
The heat
The
or
heat?
just
The heat and all that, all that stuff
like
on you is about
like they
40
said,
pounds?
they train you to do that. So before you get over there, you're really close to being.
How do they train you to do that? Put you in a hot box?
No. Well, it's really just by being in country. That's
Yeah.
why they send you to Kuwait first. At least they did us.
Like you said, you could get acclimated.
Get acclimated to the
Wow.
weather.
Right.
Because when you're even in Kuwait, when we're getting acclimated, you're still going out. You're going to the ranges.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You got everything
Full
on.
gear.
So, and they make you walk. That's why I don't like beaches today. And my
Yeah.
wife hates it because I won't take the kids to the beach because I can't stand sand.
Right.
Oh, I
Because
don't blame you.
So,
I can imagine that taking a toll on you mentally as far as being in sand. That's got to be one of the most stressful things that you went through, as far as the whole idea of being in combat, just being in a different terrain. That's just something that you're not used to in the United States, because deserts nobody really lives in our deserts, right? So
True.
so you going to another country where there's particularly more desert than anything has to be a climate adjustment that you're not used to.
oh yeah, it was it was hot. I always had a hat on, boonie hat, whatever.
Yeah.
Anything. I didn't go out and sunbathe. I just can't. I was trying to stay out of the sun.
No, I can imagine. I can imagine. Oh man.
I'm just curious. I'm sorry. You got a woman here too. Just curious. How do you feel after your training? You adapted to where you were going, if you don't mind me asking. I'm just like, did it fulfill that, or I mean, I'm not talking about like.
Some was good, some wasn't.
Okay.
I think at the first time we went over to Fort Dix, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Oh yeah, in the middle of winter.
Middle one. Yeah.
3 feet of snow. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Is it 3 feet like Michigan, or is it 3 New Jerseys totally different? Because that's a big difference too.
I'm talking about New Jersey snow.
Like,
Oh,
oof.
the thickness.
Because
Yeah.
they're close to the
Ocean right
ocean. Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I remember hanging out of a Humvee turret, and my eyelashes were just frozen, shot, like icicles hanging off of it.
Oh, that cold. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it was pretty interesting.
Northern Atlantic area. Yeah.
Wow, they really do prepare you for that. I think it's
Yeah.
kind of nice.
Boot
that
camp.
they do
Boot
that,
camp
yeah.
is not a joke, man. And you when you go. How long did boot camp last for you?
Mine was, I think, 2.5 months.
The intense training, right?
Some intense,
Yeah.
some schooling,
Yeah.
some
So, was there anybody that couldn't take it and quit?
Not that I know of at that
No.
time.
Because I mean, like you said something about the movies, right? I mean, for instance, a movie of Full Metal Jacket was no that
I know what it
that
is.
right there.
Yeah.
That right there was something that was cruel. Or even you can go what's that one Band of Brothers?
Yeah.
That was some serious.
That's a true story, though.
Some serious boot camp. Is it even remotely close to that nowadays?
I'd say they kind of relaxed a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
but for I want to say when you do some field training, I mean they tried to make it as realistic as
Yeah,
possible.
right.
So there is times where I remember we had to do a obstacle course. Get down, crawl under barbed wire.
Yeah.
It's at dusk, and they actually have shoot tracer routes above you.
Okay.
But it's above you at a safe distance, just in case you get one of those.
So they actually
little
shoot.
Little retards want to stick your head up. But, it's at a safe distance, and it's not. It's not. But they kind of drill it into you. There is live
This was gonna-
fire.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be.
Yeah,
But they don't
raise your
tell
head.
you.
Don't raise your head.
It's and at a safe distance, just
Right.
in case one of them just gets.
Stupid enough to
Yeah.
stand up.
Yeah. So it's. I'd say some of the training was good.
I think I did that one time.
What?
It has a flashback when you said don't stand up.
Yeah, you probably
No,
I think you would stand up.
I went paintballing.
Oh,
No, I went paintballing. It's not the same kind of scenario.
No,
but,
no.
But listen, when he said don't stand up, I was trying to find every single possible way to look around this little obstacle. But then I stood up a little, just
Popped
peek
in
up
the
like
head.
this, bam, right in the forehead.
you didn't have a
hit.
mask on.
No, I had the mask. Mask only goes up to here, but it hit me right here where I had my hat.
The forehead is
Like-
pretty big.
Like right here, hit me right in the dead center of my hat. And I said, pain check. And then all of a sudden he said, nope, it didn't break. You have a hard head. I went, oh, thanks. But I stood up. So this time I was thinking, I'm going to be clever.
Yeah, don't stand up.
No,
How about
I'm
that?
going to be clever. And so I went like this around the other way. Bam, in the same fucking spot. I went,
You have a
Yeah.
big forehead, dude.
yeah. I mean,
Did you have a hat on?
yeah.
Did you have that on?
Yeah, I had my Yankees hat on actually, so it had that right in the middle, right
Edge
of
of
the
the forehead
Yankees thing.
twice.
Yeah. So when he says, "Yeah, don't stand up," yeah, I have
He said the
flashbacks.
retard stand up.
So I stood up. I'll admit it. I stood up on that one. I went,
Sorry.
"Damn it."
Couldn't like so many cigarettes.
I couldn't find my baseball on that one.
Oh my goodness.
That
Joe.
damn thing hurt.
Oh man.
I understand that, so I would never. Now I learned after that lesson, don't stand up. So after you just said that, I was the one that stood up.
So, did it any of your relatives give you any advice before you went to was shipped off to Afghanistan?
And I'm just thinking to myself, yeah, don't do it.
No,
My family.
no
would tell me.
advice.
Nope, just stay safe.
Stay safe.
Run, Forrest, run.
Did you guys have a ritual or something like from your family, like a prayer of strength, or you know what I mean? Like you're talking like your grandfather, your dad, and everything, your wife that's raising your kids. I'm
Be safe.
No,
Be
just
safe.
be safe.
Just be safe.
Be safe, and I love you.
Be safe.
Be safe. Love you. Come back.
Come back home.
Write me a letter.
get it done and come back.
Come back home. Yeah.
Right.
So how long were you over there for the first tour?
Since you did 2 tours of playing, apparently, right?
Was it
About 15 months at a time.
Wow.
15 months?
Wow.
Did you get any breaks between there?
You can take leave. First time I did take leave. But once you leave and then come back, it's even harder to leave. So the next 2 times I just stuck it out and
Damn.
shared my leave at the end.
Yeah.
But once again, thank you for your service.
Yeah,
dude.
thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Definitely,
That's
sir.
awesome.
It's amazing.
That's
Appreciate
amazing
it,
that
man.
you. That's amazing that you did 2 tours. What's the? Do you have friends that are still in it, and they're still touring?
Mine, no. Most of the guys I know got out after the second time.
Okay.
Is it easier to go back on the second time, the second tour?
Believe it or not, I volunteered for all three.
You did. Oh, you did three tours
Wow.
of duty.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
You volunteered for all three.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Now, what goes in? I mean, that thinking. What were you thinking at that point in time? The first, second, and third tour.
well, after the first one, and then the second one comes along, and they gave us the ones that went beforehand, since these were like almost like a year and a half, 2 years apart.
Yeah.
Like, you guys don't have to go, but we want you to go. And I'm like, well, if my squad's going, I'm going.
It's a band of brothers
So-
then. Band of brothers, meaning the brotherhood, right?
It's a brother, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to have someone else be responsible for them.
Right.
So
What was your rank?
I was an E5
A5. What's that mean?
sergeant.
Sergeant? Sergeant at arms. That's awesome. Good for you. Did you want to go any higher than that ever?
I wanted to, but
It takes a lot of time, apparently. Right?
what's wasn't in my playbook.
Yeah.
Ah, that's fine.
Do you get an incentive as well, if you don't mind me asking too? So I'm, as women listening to the podcast, I think this is important too, because I don't know. Besides that, you are so amazing to fight for our country and do that. And thank you again, like, because I don't think I could do it. Thank you. But do you get an incentive besides just going to battle with your brothers? Like,
You mean a
Just-
pay
yeah, I do. That's an incentive, I think.
or
I mean, not to be rude. I'm
pay
just
or
curious.
rank? Some
You might get danger pay. We did get danger pay.
Hazard pay.
hazard
Yeah.
pay.
Hazard pay. Yeah.
And I don't want to know like the total or anything. I just think I'm as a woman.
There's
standing
really no
behind this
incentive.
kid,
You're
you know?
not
fighting-
enough.
No, if
No,
they
your life
volunteer,
is
I'm sure if
never
they volunteer,
enough.
there's no incentives
Oh, is that
involved.
it?
Well, there is a sense of actually, if there is a sense of if you do all 25 years, isn't there?
Yeah, it's basically 20 years. You can
Yeah.
retire.
You can retire full
Right.
everything.
Full
And-
benefits, the whole 9
Yeah.
yards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my cousin was Army also, but he was a Green Beret, and he did 20 years, but then he had 5 more years after that. He did drill sergeant, so then he became a drill sergeant for 10 more years, so he was in the military for an army for 30 years total, or 35 years total. So for him, he got incentive, or like how she said, incentive and stuff like that. He got to pick a house somewhere in the United States and somewhere overseas if he really wanted to. And
Oh, really?
yeah, that's what he got out of it.
Yeah,
but
he's got better stories than I do.
Oh, no way. Everybody has their own unique story.
Those guys go more places than you don't even hear of.
Green Beret, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I believe that. But what he's been through, he does have I can never say the letters.
PTSD.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. At least someone said it for me. Yeah. I always miss a letter or add a letter. So for that, do you have anything like that? Because I know a lot of people that come back that do.
I didn't want to have it.
What do you mean you didn't want to have it? Is it a choice?
The mind over matter.
I didn't want to have it, so I pushed it off. And I'm not going to say when I came home.
Okay.
We had issues.
Okay.
We got through them. Second time, same thing. She didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to deal with it. She
Okay.
didn't know how to deal with me coming home and stuff like that. So we had our issues. Third time, I went and saw a shrink when I got home.
Well, good for you though.
So it was anger issues, survivor guilt, PTSD,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call
Was
it.
that something that you thought was mandatory? I mean, or that you did yourself
I did it
voluntarily?
myself.
Yeah.
I
Because
did
you
myself.
knew I'm sure you knew what was going on, that you were lashing out with the anger the anger issues and the guilt.
Yeah, it took me a couple times of, it's just something little and then just blowing up.
Yeah.
And then you look at yourself, and some people move on and go get help, and they should.
Yeah. Because I have
Yeah.
I do have like those friends that pretty much 4th of July comes They had to go inside the house, put some earmuffs on or something, play some music in their ears or something while the fire was going off because that triggers something in them. Or a lightly brush against on the back of their shoulder just to say, hey, I'm right here. They kind of twitch a little bit and freak out. So yeah.
No, I had a buddy that went to the I think it may have been the Gulf War, the one before 2003, or before you guys went in, right? He was a medic and he had
PTSD.
So he had the same issue, but he still has trouble with it. He was a medic, but he had a lot of kills during his tours of duty. And I talked to him, and I was saying, man, you're a good guy, man. Thank you for your service. Like, James, I'm not a good guy. I'm not a good guy.
Buddy.
Not a good guy. And he didn't want to go into it. I mean, I'm not asking you to do anything like that either, but just to see this face, the way he looked when he said that, how does that affect the average soldier just seeing certain things in war?
Some can handle it. They can package it up, put it in the back of their mind. And I did it for years. And
It's amazing that you did it.
And then it's just different when you come home.
Yeah.
Is it because you have because you do have a family? You want to be the better dad. You didn't want to act like some people do, like you said, anger issues, and you wanted to improve yourself for them, for everybody else, and be the better person, and not want to be the person that you're turning into.
I always I'll put myself here. I mean, it's just you're built up. You're like, I was over here. I can handle this. I'm a strong guy. I don't need that.
Yeah.
It's not me. And in actual reality, it is. It took me 3 tours to realize it before I went and saw a shrink after I came home.
Yeah. And that's way over what, almost 4 years of being in service in action.
So, and it's not only the stress that that you carry and are not willing to deal with. I mean, it's also on your family.
Yeah, it takes a toll. I'm sure it takes a toll on the family.
And you have a big family.
Yes, I do.
But I also had a buddy, two my friends. Their dad went to Vietnam, and they explained how when they were kids they couldn't sneak up on him at all. He would snap on them.
What?
That's nice.
What?
There's some crystals.
Oh.
Good thing. I don't know. We got the hippie girl over here. I just want to hold them.
Stop moving around, lady.
Settle down. Sorry, people. I'm a volunteer. I just thought they felt warm and like you just seem like such an amazing soul and human that I just wanted to share those with you.
No, thank you. I
Sorry.
appreciate it. But no,
I know.
just
whatever.
Just they like, as kids do with their dad, they try to sneak up on them and I don't know, maybe play around with them. He would snap. He would snap on them because it was like a triggering mechanism, almost a flashback for them.
Yeah, my wife has learned not to wake me up.
Yeah. Was that?
Well, she can now, but
yeah,
it's when first got back, she tried once, and yeah,
I believe it.
Wasn't pleasant.
It's probably like any guy that gets waken up.
No,
I'm not saying like that. I meant if anybody gets waken up and they're not ready for it, they're gonna react somehow to it.
Right.
You might react a little bit differently, but anybody's gonna react a little bit differently every single time. But yeah, you
like this though.
Yeah, you are probably gonna react a little different. Yeah,
you probably had to sleep really light.
I bet.
Being in those situations.
I'm not gonna lie. When I came home, I didn't mind the noise. The more noise, I could sleep.
Yeah.
It almost felt normal.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's a lot of noise over there. Besides being at the camp and things going around.
they got a bunch of stuff going around, and plus some of those people over there, they like to celebrate anyway. So they just
Oh,
Shooting guns,
shoot
yeah.
up in the air.
Yeah.
And
you know
When
those.
you say it's almost like Billy Joel's "Saigon Tonight." That's like one of my favorite songs. But when he's like, "You've heard that song? Please tell me."
Probably
Like,
not. I haven't.
have you, sir? Have you heard that song with Billy Joel? Like,
No.
no. Okay. Anybody listening, they should listen to that song because it's no, I'm not kidding.
All right.
It'll grasp you. Like, they take, like,
So
it's amazing. Sounds
With-
like what
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can do.
I mean,
Yeah.
the bullets had to come back down. If they're shooting them in the air, they have to come back down somehow.
They come back down to that force though.
No, not at force, but they still have to come down. Doesn't it still hurt if they shoot a gun in the air? No
No.
offense. I don't know.
So if they're coming back down, it doesn't. It's not the same way somebody's
I
shooting
think-
at you.
Oh yeah, I know that part, but how does it come down? I mean, the force of it.
But then I'm sure they're not right next to them when they're doing it.
No, I'm just knowing the bullets have
that's
to come back
funny
down.
because we had a we had a lieutenant. So it was 2005, I think. Iraqi soccer won a game.
Yeah.
So it was nothing but everybody celebrating.
Celebrating, right?
So called him Captain Blackhawk because all his gear was Blackhawk gear.
Yeah.
Comes running out of the talk. They're celebrating. You know, you can find AK rounds on the ground, and he's running out there. We're being attacked. We're being attacked. And we're like, no. So that was funny.
Wow.
It has to be loud. I can see that now. I think about it. It can be probably loud over there, and you're happy that it's loud over here, and just so you could sleep. Was it hard for you to sleep when you came back, finally done with all your tours and you're done with everything? I mean, finally peace and quiet. You're accolading back to how normal life is.
Yeah, it took me a little bit. But I like the noise. When I first got back, I had to have noise. If it was quiet, to me,
Too much.
So-
something was wrong.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
something's
kids.
wrong.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
Scream up a storm.
I
Go
live in
ahead.
New
Do whatever
York.
you want.
You know, busy.
Oh, man, thank you for your service again. I keep saying that, but man, what you've gone through, everything and out there, I give you everything in the world right now to you because your service alone for 3 tours alone, and even the National Guard, that's still gotta. People think it's a little bit more of a cakewalk, but still, National Guard, you're still doing your service, you're still doing your time, you're still doing everything out there. Kudos and crats to you because that's still work. That's still something out there that you're doing for
Yeah.
the country. I mean,
What's the most
Alone.
beautiful moment you ever had? Like, if you had to like take everything and capture it. And I know you're fighting for a country, and again, we all thank you. But if you had to take that moment and share it with every fucking one of us, what would you share? Please.
Coming home.
ah,
Seeing your family?
Oh.
yeah. How many family members do you have?
I have 11 of us all together, counting me and my wife.
Big family. You got a basketball team
Yeah. And some subs.
and some subs.
What are their ages range?
From 21 to 2 years old.
Yeah, amazing. No wonder we're the big old giant band out there.
Yes.
You got to have that.
Are they mixed, like girls and boys, or just boys, or little this, little that?
I have 3 boys and the rest are girls.
Oh, sorry, you're screwed. No, I'm just kidding.
What do you have? Question, James?
Yeah.
What are you
Sorry.
thinking?
I'm
No.
just curious, but that's cool. It's beautiful.
I was formulating a question, but go ahead.
No, you're formulating. the question?
Yeah, I'm not done with the question I want to ask.
Oh, in your head.
Let's do it, James.
All right. So my question is to you, going back over there. So besides being hot, and besides being everything else, I'm thinking more of the weather on this one. So the weather there, was it still like we see? I mean, you said you went to Kuwait. So Kuwait, is it what you see in the movies? I because that's the only thing I got to base off. So is it more the sand structure housing, like that's mostly mud, or is it something more modern-ish? Not modern, but
They're kind of modern if you go to the city.
okay.
We're out in boondocks wherever they put a base, and
Mhm.
so it was that powdery sand where we were at. But if you go towards more cities, it's a little more modernized. They got they use cement to build their houses
Okay.
because it stays cooler. It's kind of weird that they have their water tanks on plastic water tanks on the roof, natural water.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
to
didn't-
me that would get hot.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's what I would think too.
Yeah.
Maybe it gets their hot water. I don't know, but yeah, they're mostly cement houses, and you could see like if you go into Iraq, they're the same way. They got some modern type. Baghdad's modern. You could tell because a lot of the girls there don't wear their burqas. They wear
Oh,
jeans,
okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
But if you go out more towards the country, what we would call hillbillies and rednecks,
Mhm.
that's where they get the more traditional.
Orthodox.
Yeah, they're very traditional.
Yeah.
See, I would think it'd be totally opposite. I think it'd be more in the city that
No, that's more modern.
Want
That's
to
more-
cover your
That's
face
more
and
modern.
everything
It's
else.
more modern.
You still see it in the cities, but
Yeah.
But it's more modern
Okay.
than or orthodox.
So it's like Amish people.
Yeah.
It's more like Amish people where they care about their traditions and their everything else out in the country than they do in.
True. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's you see my mind's working on that one. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's
No,
what James
don't be
has to
like-
ask.
you actually ask the questions that it's almost backwards when you ask it.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I know. Trust me.
My question is for you. What is the one of the most dangerous situations you've been in going through 3 tours?
driving on a road in Baghdad.
So
you're a driver.
Well, I wasn't
No.
driving, but that's,
give us an
we did RRE.
example of it.
So you get to
Why would it be
drive
dangerous?
because you're looking for IEDs.
Yeah.
You're trying to keep the roads clear.
Now those are what land mines or
Yeah. Landmines,
Yeah.
improvised explosive devices,
Yeah.
anything you can.
Okay, I'm going with the IED thing because I'm kind of curious. How do you find those? Is it someone ahead of you finding those, or is it you guys just driving and hopefully you don't run into one? I really don't know what IED is.
It's pretty much by luck.
Is it?
Honestly, it's they put them in weird spots. I mean, you could see a wire hanging out of a dog spot. I'm not lying.
I mean,
Right,
that
right.
makes more sense to
Right.
me now.
But they
Thank
hide them
you.
under the road. There's just they dig up potholes. Like they fill a pothole, they'll dig it up,
Oh.
put some in it, and then recover it with the
Oh,
asphalt.
so then you can tell with asphalt. So the roads are asphalt or are they dirt?
They're asphalt.
They're
They got-
asphalt?
They got asphalt roads in the city.
So you're looking. So you see an asphalt and you're thinking, well, nothing else was asphalted when we got here.
So I mean, it's at one point in time, our engineers would go around and stamp them. They were clear, so that way, if you could see the stamp, they were fine. But I mean, with the new things they came out with, the engineers can sit there and they have ground penetrating radars in their vehicles. They can scan it, and they got a little arm that comes up. They find something suspicious, they can dig it up.
So when you dig it up, is it pretty much when you dig it up, then the bomb squad comes in or someone comes in and disarms it, or do you guys put it in a little, like the bomb squad uses a dome looking thing, then sets it off and
usually, if you find one, you call EOD out there. But when they show up, they're pretty busy. So you improvise sometimes. But most of the time, you just cordon off and you wait.
Oh, okay. Corded it off. Yeah. What do you think? You think you could do all that, James? Man.
That's a question that you should ask every American male that has to go to that should be able to go to war. Every man that should be able to, as fit and able to go to war. But for me, I would probably be a mess coming back mentally.
I can see it.
I would be a mess.
Yeah.
I would be a mess coming back. And just to see this, hearing these stories, and not only just the stories, it's just knowing that what happens over there, that you can be mentally screwed in the head.
And him confirming what you knew already, and him confirming it pretty much
I
makes
tell you what,
really
at
think about it.
18, 19, no.
You know,
No. I wouldn't have been able to do that.
think you can make it through boot camp?
Yeah, physically, yes.
No, there you go.
Physically, yes.
So it's the more mental when you
It's
get
the mental
there.
aspect
When you
of it.
get there.
It's the mental aspect
So-
of it. Because if you haven't, say for instance, you ever gone hunting?
Oh yeah.
So you know what death looks like when you kill something, right? That
I
right,
give you that. Okay.
that right
I see where you're
there.
going with this.
I don't know if that's right there is a prelude to going to kill, but killing another person would probably screw me up big time.
So, okay, I'll go with that. So I'm going to ask you this question. What's going with that? Since he said you go to, there's a stepping stone before you go to the front line and everything else. So you
Yeah.
go to Kuwait. Do you think you can handle Kuwait after you
Well,
got there?
let's
And-
get acclimated to the heat,
Yeah, but-
the surroundings, and things of that nature.
So far you can make it that far.
But just saying,
Mental level?
if you've seen somebody step on a landmine and body just blown to pieces, right? That would probably scar me for life. And I would have to seek a shrink, like you said. You say it took you three tours to figure that out. I think I would have did it in the first tour.
Yeah.
I should have.
He
Yeah.
said-
No, that's just
I like how
me.
you say I should have. Yeah.
Just- That's just me personally, because I mean, unless I'd rather be them than me, right?
that,
You want to get home. You want to go home.
that shows you have a great heart.
What?
That shows you have a great heart.
Not necessarily,
As
but
soon as you want to survive and like go.
not
fucking
necessarily that
die.
you have a great heart or you're compassionate about human life. But if you put yourself in that position by signing on a dotted line that you want to go do this, right? You made this choice.
Yep.
And those that make that choice, I have nothing against them. But for me, if I was signing that line to make that choice, to be that one to end someone else's life, this like I said, I never went hunting. I never got the training for that. Just to be able to, shoot something and watch it die.
You shoot guns, but you never been hunting.
I like having guns. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I have guns.
I
myself,
thought
but-
you've been hunting before.
No, I've never been hunting at all.
Never shot at a bird.
Well, I've trapped things. I've trapped things before. I mean, kill things with like put it to rest,
Yeah.
but never like it's. I don't know. There's just something different about that. Something different about that. And like I said, it's just me. It's my personal opinion. But I take my hat off to you for putting yourself out there
Yeah.
to do that, because I'm not saying whatever you did. I don't know what exactly what happened when you were there, but I know just for me personally, I just thought no matter what, we put it in a position where we have to fight something, whether it's good or bad, that we have to fight for that to bring law to the land.
Right?
Hmm.
Especially a tyrannical person that's running the land, like whether it's Saddam Hussein or whoever it is, whatever country it is, whatever war we have been in. It's just I don't know.
It's just so sad.
No, I want to say you better stop.
Girl,
Stop
crying.
being
I'm like,
emotional back there.
I really-
Stop being emotional back there. Keep it.
gotta hold
Keep it under control.
You gotta
Keep it
hold
under
in.
control.
You gotta hold in.
It's just I don't know. Maybe if I was in the situation, I would think differently. Because, like I said, you want to go home when you sign that dotted line. You go over there, do all the stuff. You want to go home. You want to get home safely.
I understand. I respect that out of you. I like that.
I
That's a truthful answer out of you.
I mean, it's hard for me because I've never been in that situation. Now, when the Gulf War happened, this is when the first experience I had, as far as I could be not necessarily drafted, but I had a obligation to serve the country, right? Now I was thinking to myself, at 18, I was thinking, man, I can't handle that. Man, I can't even buy a bottle of liquor.
I know that's a shame.
That's a shame, right?
You can go and
You go to war,
dive.
you
Yeah,
go to
can't
dive
buy
in your
it.
country, but
Yeah.
you can't buy a bottle of liquor when you come back.
So yeah.
No, hats off to you, brother, man. I totally salute you to the end, man. You did a great service for the country. But for me, I don't know, man. It's tough for me. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm a pussy or anything like that, but
Nope.
I'm the girl crying.
I don't know. What about you?
Oh, I get down on a heartbeat.
You good? You could?
Yes. But I really don't show empathy anymore in my life.
No, that's sad.
I don't.
That's
I
sad.
don't.
That's sad, dude. That's sad, dude.
It is.
My wife said I lost mine.
I lost mine. I lost my empathy a long time ago when I had 20. When I was 20, I lost it.
Ow.
I had a girlfriend die on I-94, and death is just death. I don't have empathy for anything. Nothing. I can see you're in pain sometimes when you talk about stuff because of how your tears get all. I can feel bad for you, but once you're done, I'll turn around and ask somebody, "What do you want for dinner?" I'll do it in a heartbeat.
Okay. All right.
I can do it in a heartbeat.
Is the bathroom already?
Yeah, it's Lou time. There's
Oh.
cookies.
Don't try to
Almost
distract
an
me.
hour to introduce yourself.
So,
Hello. I'm that girl that's crying.
Keep going.
going.
Go to the restroom. Go to the restroom. Go to the restroom.
I am. So gonna fucking thank you.
Oh. So I don't have any empathy at all. Ever. I don't have
Yeah. I'm not saying
I have empathy for people that are in my inner circle.
Yeah.
But I don't have empathy for anything else out there. I hate to say it. I lost it. Like you said your wife said you lost it. I mean, it's not a good or bad thing to lose it. It's just you have empathy for your whole family. You have everything for your life in general. Everything you have empathy for. But people of that outskirts, yeah, you don't have it anymore because you lost that part. I lost that part too. But my eyes, my inner circle is okay.
that. Oh, wow. I'm not going to interject with that. I
know.
disagree with you on that because,
A lot of people disagree with it.
well, he's been through a lot
Yeah.
more than you have.
Oh, I know, but I still can lose my empathy.
Yeah. But still, I'm not saying you can't do that, but I'm saying
I can still lose my empathy for it.
he's seen more,
Oh, yeah.
more of that than you have.
Oh,
and
tenfold.
that just because of a girlfriend died. How?
Tenfold. No, not just my girlfriend. My grandfather watching the plug being pulled on both of them. My aunt dying. I lost empathy for everything.
Oh, just
So
seeing
it's just
death in general.
Death in general.
I
in general.
don't cry at funerals anymore. I'll tell you that much. I'm not a big cry because I've seen my brother dying,
Yeah. That's how I lost my empathy.
my aunt cousin dying.
Yeah.
I mean, brutal deaths. It takes a toll on you.
I mean, that's how I lose empathy. That's how you probably lost it. Just seeing people just pass away in front of you. I mean, it does suck.
But at the young age of 18, I don't think I could have done that.
How old you when in?
I went in when I was 19.
19. So yeah.
Some people would do that. Some people have that I don't know,
Is
the
that
nuts for that.
right after high school? Damn, good for you though. I'm good for you. Okay, here's a good question for it. Do you think you would have gone in a little bit later in life if you could? Or would you do it right after high school like you did?
Probably right after high school.
Would you think you would have gone in if you didn't?
Yeah.
You still would in? So you would wait until maybe 21 or something like that if you could?
But the thing I do regret, I mean, I understand what you're saying, that it showed you discipline, it gave you direction, gave you a purpose in life. I can understand that as far as going to the military, because it does. It gives you great purpose, a vision of what you need to do, and discipline. And most men need that in life. And think about it. It's been less people going into the military now than back in the early 90s. Less people going in the
Is there?
military. Yeah, yes. A lot less people going in the
Really?
military. Our military is not what it used to be as far as the amount of people that's involved with it.
Really?
Because
I didn't know that though.
Think about it. Think about it. World War I. Everybody enlisted. Everybody
Well,
enlisted.
They had draft.
Everybody enlisted. They wanted to serve their country.
We're supposed to be able to fight. I think, unless it's changed. Last time I looked at it, you're supposed to be able to fight a two-front war at all times.
A what?
A
Two front war.
Oh,
Yeah.
two front. What the hell is a two front war?
It's where you fight different enemies.
Like Germany, they're Europe and Russia.
Oh, okay. Okay.
or you fighting well, it was Germany again and Japan.
Okay. Yeah.
For the world.
Okay. I get you.
So they were in Iwo Jima, and then they were in Germany fighting different war.
Okay. I get you. I get you on that. I get you on that. Yeah, I'm still shocked that you would still enlist after 2 years. After graduating from high school and everything else, you're still gone and enlisted. Good for you, though. I mean, that shows that you still wanted to do it.
But like you said, he didn't want his brothers going to war without
No,
him
I meant
to cover it, or somebody else taking his place to watch their backs.
that's going back in after he enlisted. This is before he enlisted. I was wondering
right.
if you waited 2 years after high school, getting a job, doing something, or trying to find a job, would you still enlist? And he said he would. So that shows that he wanted to do something for his country and something to do something with his
Right,
for his
right.
family's. Technically, it's a family legacy
Yeah.
that you're doing this for.
Yeah.
And you
I
did
agree.
it for.
Yep.
And you came out, nothing wrong, besides a little mental issues here and there. Yes, congrats to you. You made it out and you made it back to your family. There was an angel looking over you.
Yep.
There was.
Thank God.
Is there a moment in time that you didn't think you were going to make it out?
No.
Really? Wow, you said that like fast like that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Good for you.
That's why I was playing for
Yeah,
that.
good for you. Oh wait, top of the hour.
That's amazing.
All right. With
Yeah, we're top
with
of the hour.
that, with that question being answered, we're going to go to the top of the hour, guys. Thank you for joining us. Those on YouTube, please like and subscribe and hit the notification button so you get the more content that we send out. Guys, if you see the coffee thing on the side of the screen, please hit it, send us a coffee, buy us a coffee.
Just hit it.
Helps us out with
We don't like
the
coffee.
podcast. All right, guys, we're back at it again. Third Eye Truth Theorem Podcast, episode 81. I'm the host, James Gill. This is Joe Hill, my co-host. We have Dan Mills, ex-Army, been to 3 tours. And not only that,
He's very wholesome.
very, very, very wholesome. Not only that, he has I would say nerves of steel. No, you take that back?
Yeah.
Nerves of never mind it.
He just has a lot of kids.
Never mind
Nerves of
it.
steel.
Look, I've got that big white bus out there. That looks fun. Do you drive it? Do you let your wife drive that, or you share?
Well, right now we share.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You making a scene out of that. You on the microphone.
Sir, you're just
Get old,
amazing. Thank you.
Dan,
I'm not kidding,
once again,
like,
thanks for joining us
I don't
and
get
telling
touched
your
often,
story.
like I do. But
Hold on.
not-
Hey, you can't talk while we're on all the time.
Well, then I just get another volunteer. But I'm just trying to be polite.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
So, what are you,
I
Joe?
got something in my cup.
Stop worrying about your damn cup.
Something about
Jesus Christ. What are you doing over there?
something about my cup.
All right.
I have
Let's
focus.
ask a question. You get your mind
Go
off
ahead.
the cup.
Oh, ask what? Okay.
Yeah, so you get your mind off the
So
cup.
change the subject a little bit. I'm kind of curious. So with all the kids out there that you have, the 11 that you can have a baseball team and close to it.
Wait a minute. You have 11 kids?
Yeah, he's what he
Right.
said.
You've been
Well,
busy.
I got 9,
the big
11 counting me and my wife.
Oh,
okay.
Big family.
Yeah, it is a big family. So since you have that, so coming back after all that's done and then you're back home, how does it feel to go back to normal day life and seeing your family, doing stuff with them, having good times? Does that feel better in life in general now than going back and maybe you could probably did another tour and did another 15 months? Are you happy that you're back home?
Yeah.
And what do you do now for a living?
I'm an electrician.
You're an electrician?
Yeah.
Nice. So how's that in coping with everything that you're doing now in life? More or less.
Well, right now
Just not getting electrocuted. Hey, I saw you smile. That was fucking funny.
but I love it. I
Yeah.
need to take off work. I can take off work.
Yeah.
Kid's sick. I can stay home. I can make it to games. I feel bad because my first 4 kids,
Yeah.
didn't see them born. Didn't get to see them walk first.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
A lot of things you missed.
But when you came home, you saw them and everything else. You still got to see them, got to hold them, got to hold them real close and everything else. I know coming from a father and he's coming from a father, we understand that with that holding when you don't get to see them all the time, holding them close and knowing that feeling is an awesome feeling. But yes, it was probably hard for you because you had to go back over there, but they knew dad's going to come home. So now you're home. How's the older ones feel about you being home all the time?
Well, I'm hoping they're happy. I'm not gonna lie. My kids have, out of the older ones, out of the 4, I mean, they have a better relationship with their mom than with me.
Yeah.
Of course
They tell her everything, and sometimes it's it's a downer, but it's
They think like you're like, hey, my dad's fucking amazing and cool, but mom's just been here, and you get what I'm saying from your wife's point of view, or no, being honest.
I hope so. Mostly like
they
kids.
wrote you letters and stuff, right? So
Oh, yes.
how could you not feel like because you think you weren't constantly there? Is my question, and I think that's important to ask compared to your other kids now. And I think it's beautiful because you fought for our country, but like if you went into your family and questions, I'm curious.
I still have a hard time with that. I'm not perfect, and
Fuck, none of us are. I get that.
and any means away, and it's sometimes hard on my wife because I still realize some tendencies that that they go to her for everything, and sometimes I withdraw myself because she takes care of everything.
Sometimes mom's just
your wife's amazing too. I mean, she has the heart of gold.
Yeah.
She's been through everything as much as you've been through, but
Yes.
not like what you did, but it's there and she's doing the best she can with the kids and everything else. And she probably does see it because she's pretty smart as hell. So she sees how you react probably, but still she's there for you in a heartbeat.
I think it's beautiful how you guys all work it all together, like a collage. You know what I mean? Like it's a collage of beautiful things. You did this, she did this, but you were together, and then you exploded. Whatever, all you guys. I don't know. Sorry, I'm taking to a woman's point of view, and I think
You
women
could
will
have
agree.
your women's point of view, but we got to ask the questions too.
Well, then ask them. I was waiting for James,
Yeah,
actually.
we are.
We
We're
are.
gonna ask.
I am going to ask.
I know we're gonna ask.
They're good questions.
I know.
I'm not be like, fucking
We're gonna ask.
do it. I
Who?
like it. I'm you.
Don't look at me.
All right. I forgot what my train of thought has been thrown off.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead, Joe.
Well, so
What are your questions?
So my thing is actually with being back home, you get to see more soccer games. Like you said, you just came from a track meet. That's awesome. So what other sports does your family do?
Basketball, track. Son does football.
Oh, really?
Right now, the little ones, they just do soccer. And I'm not much of a soccer person.
Oh, you're not. Come on.
Never quite understand it. Every time I go to a game, I'm still
Yeah.
like, what's the point of having offside? It's their advantage if they kick it over everybody and get to it first.
Look at that big smile.
So I'm like, I don't understand, but yeah, I like it, love it. And there's a lot of things I miss, but
Now you're catching up, but that doesn't really matter. But you still were in their life and everything else.
What's the age of your children?
21 to 2.
Yeah.
21 to 2.
Yeah.
That's a. All right.
So
And- Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to ask about the ages. So with the ages, when did you start having them? When you were going overseas and everything else, or when you coming back, or?
Yeah, usually right before, when it was funny because the first 4, she'd be like, yeah, I'm pregnant. I'm like, all right, well, I got deployed. And then
Good luck with it.
come back, year and a half in between. And then all of a sudden she'd be like, yeah, I'm pregnant again. And I'm like, crap. And then all of a sudden I'm like,
Deployed.
I'm getting deployed again. And I'm like,
Bam! Exactly.
Did you chime that on purpose?
so,
I mean, that's I know the family for a while, and I always thought even the family joked about it all the time. So that's
yeah.
it was they joked about it. Said he did that on purpose. I think he's doing this on purpose. He knows when he's getting deployed.
No, no one knows that. Right?
No, but oh, they do.
You do.
It usually
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
down.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, when they start ramping up training, it's
Yeah, it's time to go back.
So, yeah.
So how do you prepare yourself mentally for being deployed again? Or you already set mentally, subconsciously, you already set yourself up to be deployed.
Well,
Yeah,
it's like practice, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to put it in perspective, you do the training, take it seriously, and remember, the guys you're with are your family too.
Yeah.
So you take
Wow.
care of them as much as you take care of your real family.
So you said how many brothers? You said how you go with the band of brothers, like he was saying, the band of brothers. How many are in your group that you're counting your brothers? Is it 5, 4? I mean,
Probably larger than that. Platoon's larger than that.
that's
right?
what I was curious.
Yeah, you got a company, brigade. I mean, it's
So when you keep saying you want to be there for your brothers, what's the number in your eyes that I'm kind of curious because that's
the people in your company, especially your squad, your platoon.
so how big is the squad? I'll go from there.
Yeah, mine was anywhere from 6 to 12.
6 to 12. So those 6 to 12 people you were close to and everything else.
Yeah.
Are you still close with them?
I still keep in touch with a couple of them.
That's nice.
Some of them dropped off and moved way out of state, but
Doing their own thing.
yeah.
Exactly.
So with that would go probably with his what he might be thinking and stuff like that. With your band of brothers, how many of them, whether he was saying earlier, are dealing with PS?
PTSD.
Yeah, thank you.
I got it right the second time.
I know you did. Good job. All right. I still can't.
There's some that dealt with it and got help. There's some of them that doesn't even phase them at all.
So when you see anybody that has been through what you've been through, that you see like you go to Chicago, that's been an Army vet or Marine or any type of service that's having the tough times, how's that feel? Make you hit you home? Does it hit you hard, or do you want to go out and help them?
I don't think we do enough.
You don't enough. Yeah.
Well, the country in general doesn't do enough, or
Yeah.
the government doesn't do enough for the
No,
veterans.
I don't think they do.
No,
I don't
They
think so.
don't.
Either. Yeah, I don't think so either.
they don't.
Especially
That's
if
really
you ever go to a VA hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever go to one in Battle Creek.
yeah. I had a buddy that was in the military, the Marines, and he went to Battle Creek and never got what he needed
Yeah.
as far as the help.
They just run you along.
And the tour, the 3 tours of duty, you ever lose anybody in their platoon? No.
Oh, good for you.
Oh wow.
Wow, good for you, man.
They all everybody survived.
That's
That's-
amazing.
That is
Let's
amazing.
fucking yeah.
That's amazing.
It really is. Like
So everyone,
That doesn't happen
Everyone I
often.
went with came home.
Yeah.
that's cool.
So,
Kudos to you. Kudos to that.
Good deal. Yeah, that's a good deal right there. So
Thank you.
wow.
That's amazing.
That's I think it's the first time I've ever heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
Everybody made it home.
It's always my first time because that's the first time I ever asked that question.
First time I ever heard that. Wow.
Me as well. That's
Um,
beautiful.
now this might be a stupid question because
Already
most,
asked.
I'm ready to hit the boo button on this one, but yeah, get it ready because it's
Well, you
Yeah.
you initiated.
I know I did initiate it, but I know
It's
you're
the
gonna.
green button right
I
here.
know I'm gonna give you the green. Get the
Go.
green look.
Go, Joe.
But going with all the movies, did you ever meet? I'm just curious. The Marine from American Sniper. Did you ever? No. Damn. I hate to say it. I was kind of hoping.
Sorry, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. That wasn't a bad question, but
That
it
was.
was one of those
Did you ever
questions.
see any
Yeah.
performances though? Like if he's gonna say
Oh,
that, like to one
yeah,
actor, did
the-
you at least
the
get to see
AOA
any rock and roll show?
The
Like, they come
AOS.
through?
What is it? The ASYO.
No,
Well, I mean,
What was
like
it?
you
different
said it
bands,
wrong.
like
Yeah.
no, I was never in the same spot anyway. Those were at.
Oh. Where,
So,
Would it? Do they help you over there on the other side of the continents and all that? Do they help you food wise, or did you guys have to pretty much veg for yourself? Did the government really treat you guys well over there?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was like Forrest Gump, where you're barbecuing and having beer and
No beer.
no beer.
No beer.
not Coca-Cola.
We have to abide
Yeah.
by Brits had beer.
Really?
Brits had beer, yeah.
The Brits had beer?
The Brits had beer.
Wow.
Part of their culture, so they are allowed to do it. Us,
That
we-
actually is true because how you just said that, it's kind of funny. They could go to lunch, have a beer, then go back to work because that's their tradition and that's their
In that country.
in their country.
Okay.
That's how they
At
do it.
one
Yeah.
point
Yeah,
in
that's
life, I
weird.
don't remember the battle,
weird.
but there was a battle. And try me out, you guys I'll fact check this shit. But there was a battle and back in the day, and it was Christmas, and they all put down their guns, literally, for one day.
Oh yeah, that is true. That was a Revolution
Yes.
War, though.
It doesn't
Wasn't
matter. We can't. That's what we're in. That's what we have been. But they all put down their guns for
That was
one day and became friends.
Yeah, it was.
World
And
War
then
One or
went
two.
back.
Yeah. It was around. Wasn't it around? Christmas, though?
That
Yep.
one.
It was around Christmas, though.
No, that's what I said. It was
Yeah.
Christmas Day. Yeah.
Yeah, it was around Christmas. Actually, that is
like,
true. But
How
that'll never
beautiful,
happen.
but how tragically sad.
That'll never
that
ever
we
happen again.
decided to pause in life, that we're killing each other, and then we dance with our brothers.
That'll
and,
never-
like,
that'll never
did that,
happen
and then
again.
next day we're killing each other again. But they paused for one fucking day.
That'll never happen again. What do you think? That would ever happen?
Well,
No. Yeah. I
Do you
didn't
remember-
say. Yes.
Does anybody remember that battle name?
It doesn't really matter what battle
Well,
it
he
was.
kind of does, because it's called history, my
What?
opinion. So I'll just shut up and do that. Fact checker.
So
Last day in the
with
chat. Ding ding.
with you're over there. How? I mean, I want you back over here actually, because I'm more now. I'm going back nowhere now. These days here. Was it really that hard to acclimate besides going to therapy still to this day? Just walking around. Are you profiling people or profiling any?
I stare shit out of people.
Do you?
Is this just part of you now?
Is this part of you now? Is it part of you
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Because that's I talk to a lot of people that do that and everything else. So
WW1.
is it really you? Are you really profiling people like everything else?
Yeah, I still stare shit at people.
Do you?
Just wondering.
Are you still curious? I mean, are you still nervous when you're around people? Is that one of the like symptoms of what you're going through? Do you have to fight, or are you think you're ever going to be?
It's basic instinct almost.
Is it?
Yeah, I still don't like big crowds, but I mean,
Oh, okay.
I go places still.
But if you're in the big crowd, you look around at everything around you.
Oh yeah.
Well, your settings?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What way you can get out, exits and things of that nature.
I used to.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore.
Yeah.
But as long as I can know where one exit is, I'm good.
Right.
I'm the same. Actually, I'm the same way, but I don't do what probably what he's been through. But I do the
You
same
want your
thing.
back to the.
I do not.
I do.
pay
I love my
attention
back
to
towards the
surroundings,
wall.
but it's
Yeah.
so
I love my back towards the wall. I do. I gotta have my surroundings in front of me so I know what the hell is going on. And it's
Like I said, it's
different, yeah.
always somewhat. I mean,
Yes.
if you're in a heightened situation where you have to be on guard all times, you're gonna carry that with you for life.
I mean,
But
And
if you
Yeah.
you go to a certain situation where you have to have your back to the wall, that's a natural instinct.
Yeah.
I think that's everyone that should have that instinct right there. But like I said, combat situations, you're gonna be on alert at all times. All times.
so when you are in a big crowd and
I wanna
everything
hear
else
questions, James.
and everything that's around there, you're in a big crowd. Do you try to get yourself towards where you're facing more people? Or are you trying to get out of that situation and just go?
I pretty much now just try to find a place where I'm comfortable.
Comfortable? Yeah. I mean, I profile people myself. I mean, anybody that's out there, I'd still profile them. And could they have something? Will they do something? Are they going to act like this? I hate to say it. I still do it to this day, and I don't know why I even do it. But do you, James?
What?
Do you profile people?
Not as to a degree. A degree, I do. Just a degree.
Yeah.
Depends on where I'm at,
Mhm.
what position I'm in. I kind of scan the area. I'm always scanning the area,
You have to.
but
Yeah.
I have to make sure that I'm safe at all costs, because if something jumps off, I want to be able to get out of that situation with no problem.
Do you do it when you fly?
When I fly,
Yeah,
see that's the funny part, because
that's a funny part.
no, that's not necessarily. I'm not talking about laughing.
I know, yeah.
But just the funny part, because when you fly, sometimes you don't have that control over that.
For flying off the handle, you just do it.
I drive everywhere.
Do you? You don't like to fly?
I've been in enough planes.
Yeah. When you fly, say for instance, a situation happens on a plane, and you're right in the middle or something,
Yeah.
and you can't see what's behind you. You don't really have that control over that unless you
Yeah.
you don't have control over that, because
So you gotta have control.
Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta have that. Like you were saying, and he's agreeing with you. You gotta have that control.
this is why he doesn't
Yeah.
fly. He has control over that situation.
Wow.
Okay, here's one. Do
Yeah.
any of you have bunkers? Dan, with all your kids and your wife, you bunkering down like if everything just takes out of control and you're ready?
No.
No.
No. Okay. I know people that do. I know people that
No.
don't do. I'm just James.
I love my
I'm
guns.
asking that to you.
Yeah,
I wanna hear your
yeah.
questions.
I'm prepared for anything. I mean, I have guns, and I have certain different things that I need
Take
to
food,
survive.
water,
Yeah,
and anything else.
just in
Like bunkering
case.
Down.
You mean like a safe area?
And then, like, yeah,
No,
that's
not
what
a
the
sa- not
bunker
a- not a
is.
safe
Like,
area.
the fuck, like,
Are you talking about a bunk? I'm thinking the bed.
no,
I see what you're
Dan
saying.
might correct-
You talking about
please correct me, please.
you
Like,
You talking about like shit hits the
Shit
fan?
happens, and we're bunkering the fuck down.
No,
Like-
I don't. I
A lot-
no,
a
A
we
lot
wouldn't
of
have that
a
either.
lot of
No,
Americans
no,
don't have that. A lot of
No.
Americans don't have that. I mean, people that have money have that type of shit.
Yeah.
Where
Okay.
they could build
So you just
bunkers.
answer that.
They could build bunkers. Preparedness or shit hits the fan type of deal.
That's what I was just saying. Yes.
That's
So
more.
that's
That's
just
more
it.
rich people.
That's,
Okay.
yeah, a lot of people that have money that can build bunkers
It's like
like
a.
that.
It's like a safe shelter.
Yeah, they can
A Shih Tzu.
a
That's
bomb
that's a
bomb
dog.
bomb shelter.
Bomb shelter. Yes.
Well, Dan, what do you think?
I don't have one.
Well, now, what would you do then? You just be like, hey,
He can
well,
protect.
you're fucking smart, man.
He
You
can
live off the
protect his
fucking
family.
land.
He can
You're
protect his
like
family. He's
eating-
good.
Yeah.
eating squirrels and like hanging out.
All right,
in the
guys,
forest.
let's get off that part right there. That's a little
Yeah.
far fetched right there. I understand what you're saying though. I
Thank
understand.
you.
I understand what you're
appreciate
saying.
that. I
'Cause
know
I was at
people that
that-
have bunkers.
I was at that point. I was at that point in my life where I
Some
had
people
to
have, even before 2020.
prepare
I was like, oh,
a bag and make sure I'm safe.
or yeah,
Or food, store food, or whatever. I understand that.
yeah.
but- Oh, I forgot what question I was going to ask. Go ahead, Joe.
Oh, sweet. So
I quit.
with over there, you said I just liked how you just said you've been in so many planes. Is it really? Did you ever have to parachute out of a plane? Or no?
I
Yeah,
never
you
got
weren't
to do that.
Oh, you didn't get to do that. Would you want to do it?
I wanted to do
Isn't
it.
that more along
You
the
wanted
lines
to
of
do it?
like Rangers and stuff like that, or
Yeah, but
I did. I wanted to do it. By the time I got a chance to do it, I was already at that age where I'm already thinking it's gonna hurt.
when you land?
So I did not do that.
see, look at that big old grin. So would you do it now? Would you go skydiving?
I would if my wife let me.
Oh, I'll convince her. We'll go. Well, there's one in September.
Yeah, she
There's a
wouldn't
bunch of us going.
even- She wouldn't
You
even let me go
going?
bungee
Yeah.
jumping.
You never done it?
No, that's
I've
on my
done it
bucket
once.
list.
I've done it once.
That's on my bucket list. I'm dying to go.
My ears pop too easily for me to do that.
Oh, is that what you're afraid of? The
No,
only thing
I'm not afraid of it. I've done it.
you've been skydiving?
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
It was what the most terrifying and most gratifying thing all at once.
You said terrifying and gratifying?
Yeah. Because you forget how small you are when you jump out of a plane at 14,000 feet in the air. You see little cars, like it's like almost like you watching a game or something.
Yeah.
And when you're flipping in the air, dude, it's like surreal.
Did you go by yourself?
No, dude. I
Oh,
don't-
okay.
You have to practice. You have
went
to
tandem?
practice for that. You have to practice for that.
See, I would rather.
You have to go through.
I know.
I mean, extreme amount of.
land. 30 to 90 seconds. It's not like one
I
break.
didn't keep count
2
of it. I
minutes.
didn't keep tabs on the time, but it seemed like forever.
Would you really go though?
I would.
You would go skydiving?
Yeah.
All right, I'll try to convince your wife.
Yeah, it
I'll get Uncle Tom to go.
it was like I said. I was the
Look
first
at
one. I was the first one to jump out of the plane.
Oh, you were the first one.
We went with a bunch of people. I was the first one to go out, and he said we're going to jump at 3. He did it at 2.
I'm not ready. I got to pee.
No, that's what
Did
they
people push
expected.
you out?
I was ready. I was ready to go.
You
but-
go tandem. You have to go tandem if you don't do all the courses. You have to
Yeah,
go
you have
tandem.
to do tandem before you do it. Do
Yeah.
it by yourself. And
Actually, you had to go tandem first. Then you take the other courses to do.
no,
it.
you have to go tandem a lot
What
of
if you
times.
freeze?
I'm just saying you had to
regardless?
go tandem.
What if you freeze
Before-
regardless? What happens?
Huh?
Like even if you like your classes, what if you just freeze?
No, you won't freeze. If you're doing classes, you won't freeze.
Yeah.
Really?
If you're going through that right
You're
there,
really
you're
like-
mentally set for jumping out of that plane.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're mentally set. So I know a
I'm
lady
down.
that did it for a long time. She was jumping out of planes by herself after I would say extreme amount of times where she practiced and got ready for it.
You know, it's only $100
For what?
jumping out of the plane.
Yeah, it's not that expensive.
It's like $119
it's
or
not that
$100 just
It's
to
not that
jump out of a
expensive,
really good airplane that's raggedy.
Dude,
and-
we jumped out right by Lake Michigan in was it not Gary, Indiana, but Michigan City.
yeah, that's,
Oh, wow.
that's where I'm jumping out of.
Michigan
That's a bunch of people are going to go to.
And they're
You wanna go?
very professional there.
You want to go again?
I'll go again.
You
So,
want to
sir,
I need earplugs.
All right.
Mr. Dancer, quick question again. So, what do you and your family have entailed for the summer? Like, what's going on? What are you guys like? What are you doing? Are you celebrating festivals? You just like combining as a family? Just kind of curious.
You don't know
To be
their family.
honest, I have
Yeah,
no clue.
I like honesty. I think it's the
don't have a
best
clue. I
fucking
know-
policy.
I know the 4th of July, we go up to the Upper Peninsula for the weekend for 4th of July. We got family friends at Hay Farm up there, so we go up
Yeah.
there. So kids like it, but so it's about the only thing I know of right now.
Your family's
I'm,
awesome.
I'm on a
cool.
day-to-day, week-to-week basis.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm like an hour to hour or
Dude,
sometimes.
your family's awesome. I love your family. Your whole wife's family is awesome. Your dad is awesome because you do bowl. You do bowl on the Tuesday night league that I was on, and you guys, your whole family there that does do all that is awesome. I mean, kudos to you. You keep on living life. You keep on living your dream. You keep on living reality. Knowing what you saw and what you've been through in life in general is awesome. I give you that.
Thanks.
I do. I mean, because you still want to live life. You still want to be happy. You still want to go through what you're doing to do it.
Are you still doing therapy
No,
to this day? How long did that take me? How much time did you have to do that?
I did it as long as I could,
To-
because at the time I went for almost a year,
Yeah.
and then when I got into the electrical apprenticeship, I didn't have
The time for
the
it.
time.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I did it for a year.
Is that was it therapeutic in sense of did it put your mind at ease at some point in time?
It does, because I don't really how do I used to tell it. I just never liked talking about it.
Yeah.
Took me a while. I don't usually wear a army hat or a army shirt, or
I guess I have never seen you wear an army hat like your dad does.
I don't.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I just don't want the recognition.
Right.
I'm not like a media person. I'm not.
So to go with that, when they do Memorial Day or stuff like that for Veterans Day, when they like that at the bowling alley, when they say all the people that been in service, do you ever stand up, or in the like a school event or something like that? Does your family, or do you stand up for that, or do you not want to be recognized?
I do.
Do you want to, or do you just do it?
Yeah,
Exactly. That's what I'm asking.
I'll go with that.
I just do it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Wife
See,
takes me.
yeah. Oh, so you're so I give you kudos
That's
because
beautiful.
you don't want to be recognized, like you just said. I give you credit for that, because you know what you went through. You know the pain and the suffering that you've been through. For that, yes, I understand what you gone and did for that. Yeah, man, that's a good question, Jim. I like that.
My next question: when you got back after your last tour of duty, was it hard for you to get yourself back into rhythm, as far as with the natural order of things as far as life?
You mean like waking up? I want
No, not
to.
necessarily waking up.
I
but
just want to know for-
Family life.
Yeah.
just normal day, everyday life.
Oh, okay.
Family life.
Hmm.
Yeah, I came to the conclusion that I missed a lot and I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah.
Felt bad for my wife.
Oh,
Um,
that's beautiful, by the way.
she deserves a lot of credit. She held the family together, got them to where they needed to be, raised them when I wasn't there. That was
Yeah.
awesome. Give a lot of credit to her, putting up for me to come back. So yeah, it did take a while.
So she was definitely the mentally strong part. She held it together, held the things that you needed to do, get yourself back to normal.
Yeah.
Held that together.
Everything came together and it was zing, right? Like
Did she ever question anything Was she? I know she got to a point where she was upset about how you were reacting to certain things. But did she go off the deep end, or just like lash out at you for the way you were acting, or did she
No.
understand?
She understood. She never lashed out. I mean, we did had conversations, or tried to. I mean, before I went.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't have a problem. I'm very good at listening, but not listening.
Right. You hear it, but you
Watching
don't.
hearing.
Like,
You hear it, but you don't listen.
So,
Oh, you're a
know,
typical guy now, huh?
So I
Let's go that far.
and I admit that I was never perfect, and I always thought, you'd act like I was listening to her when she'd bring up a concern or
Yeah.
a question, and then I'd quit listening and get back and like, yeah, everything's okay.
You guys know each other.
So I'll go off at one of your questions. I just thought of this. With you going back into normal day life with her typical situations of doing things with the family, was it harder for you to get back involved with the mash of going with like routines of the kids going to dinners and going to the normal routine of a family day life instead of being the military person that you were?
It was hard. It was very hard, actually, because it felt like, especially little kids. They've been around mom for this long. She's done everything. I don't want nothing to do with you. I mean, it got to the point one time, like the first time I came back, and it was hard. I couldn't even change a dirty diaper without screaming. And I mean,
Frustration, screaming, or
she would be screaming, and then I would get frustrated, and
yeah.
I would get. So it got to a point where I was just like not being involved. It was just pushing. I don't want to deal with it.
Okay.
The screaming, I want to just push it off to mom.
Yeah.
And then it frustrates her, but she just does it anyway. And, and it took a while to realize that, that eventually, you're going to have to shit or get off the pot.
Pretty much, yeah.
You have issues, so
Yeah.
get them fixed.
I like how you just
So-
said that. Yeah.
Glad you came to that conclusion that you had to, hey, I got to fix something here in order to make everything right with the family. From your perspective, how did you learn how to? With seeing your shrink, how did you learn to adapt back to normal life? Was it trial and error, or was it something that you had to just like sit back and look and see that I need to do it a certain way in order to get back into the main things that's most important?
I'd sit back and look, and then realize, when she says, "Hey, start picking up on the hints," and I'm still today bad at it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, I'm really horrible, and try to, when I'd be like, "Oh crap, trash needs to be taken out," I'll take it out.
Yeah.
And try to help around the house. Do dishes every once in a while, but that's, when it kicks in, I'm like, man, I got to start helping her out a little more.
Yeah.
I'm still horrible at it
Do you
today.
have a rigid schedule though? Like how your mind works, right? As another weird woman again. Like I get your wife and like, hey, but do you need like? Again, I've never done what you haven't. Again, thank you so much. But like that rigid schedule, like it's 8 o'clock. You take the trash out for the next day, or do you get what I'm? Do you get where I'm going with that?
Yeah,
Like,
I do get that way sometimes.
I do, right?
I
so,
do.
like, how does that work? If you don't mind me grasping on that.
Sometimes it works.
And sometimes it
It
doesn't. Right?
So,
But you know what? Seems like you have a beautiful family and you've helped our country. And
do.
fucking amazing. You're amazing. Thank you.
I thought you were going to say something.
Oh, yeah.
Look at
I'm
you.
saying.
So
It's beautiful.
with you're coming back home and going with him, with everything that he just said, do you have any remorse not deploying again, or do you for your going back for a fourth term?
Fourth tour?
Fourth term, yeah. Sorry.
I don't have any regrets. Would I do it again? Yeah, I wish I could
You
do
would?
it today.
Really?
Yeah,
It's in it. It's
too
in
old.
him now. It's in him now, man.
Time or just
He says I'm old.
I'm old now, but
Right, but would
I
you go
mean-
back
Let
like
him
that
answer
the
that
same
question.
Answer the question.
experience, or
Let him
how
answer the
old
question.
is
Let him
now?
answer the question real fast.
so but yeah, I would.
My question is,
I totally would.
Really, you would definitely go back if there was no age on what you're saying, you would go back.
If I was no age and I had good knees and elbows, and I would.
Really?
what if the times were the same or not?
I would.
Like really, like with Trump or not, and vice versa when you start.
That doesn't matter in the whole.
Yes, it
Trump
does.
thing.
No, it kind of doesn't.
No, we
How
don't.
does
We,
it
we
not?
don't bring. We don't bring
Stop,
that
stop,
up.
please.
No,
Yeah, we don't. We don't
Please
bring
stop,
that up
please
though.
I will
Yeah.
start.
I'd still do it. And,
You'll still do it.
And I
Good for you.
tell my kids, I says, I'd rather do it over there than have them come back over here.
Wow. Good for you.
And my son, when he turned 18 last year, he got that little letter in the mail.
What's the letter in there?
They use it for the draft. I can't even remember what they do.
Really?
Everybody at 18 signs it. You get if you're 18, they send it
Oh,
to
really?
you.
You go to the young ones there.
And so when you turn 18, they send it to you. You just write everything's correct, sign it, and you send it back. He says, like, what do I do with it? I says, I don't know. I never had one.
Okay. That's so. This
I
is
signed
new.
up. I don't know.
So this is new. I never got one either. So
Well, I didn't get one because I already enlisted.
Joe,
I know,
you're-
but
you're,
no.
you're in your 40s. So
no, I
they probably
meant
didn't
when I
have it
when
that
I
way.
turned 18, I
Yeah.
didn't get one of those either though.
I'm only in. This is this is new.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. This is new.
So
So
I've
now
never
they're
heard this.
now they're sending them out early. Like if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want to
Yeah.
get yourself in.
Get them at a young age, man. 18. That's the age right
well,
there.
that's just it's not to join. That's just I forgot what they use for, but for the draft. That's how they did the draft.
Oh wow!
Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
So in case that they had to do a draft,
Yeah.
he would be ready, and he'll be one of the ones that join.
So what did he put? Do you know?
well, they'll pick.
Oh, I just told him to sign it, send it in. I said, you don't have to worry about draft's not going to happen again.
So if your son, I'll go with this. So if your son wanted to join, would you be disagreement or not disagreement with it? Would you be happy with it?
I'd let him go.
You would let him go?
I tell him there's
Yeah. What would you tell him? And that's a good question.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
It is.
What would you? Yeah. I mean, your advice as a somebody that's been through it already. 3 tours.
do your job, know your job, and take care of the people around you.
Wow.
Good advice.
That's good advice.
Good
actually.
advice. Very good advice.
But you would still, you would let him go. You didn't even know what you saw and what you did and everything else in the fucking world out there. You would let him go and let him experience it?
Discipline,
Yeah.
drive, direction.
Of all the things that, while he's thinking about the answer, I wouldn't think I would let my son.
Well,
If I went through what he probably went through in his life, I would probably
think
not let my
about it.
son go.
If you've been through that, if you've been through what he's been through, 3 tours of duty, his grandfathers, both sides,
Yeah.
went to World War II. Vietnam, was it your dad in Vietnam, or your
No,
uncle?
his brothers.
Yeah.
His brothers in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Vietnam. It's a sense of duty.
Man.
It's a sense of duty.
It's a
like-
choice.
It's a choice, but
It's like blue bloods all over again, but military.
It's a sense of duty, though,
I'm
right?
not going to stop them
Man.
if they want to make that choice. I can sit there and
tell you not to.
I can
But
sit
but
there and
if he
tell you the
wants,
goods
if
and
he
the bads.
if he wants to continue to do that, that's his choice.
I
Yeah,
guess-
you have it. Like you said, you
Yeah.
have a choice.
Yeah, I guess that's the only person that I'm the only person that
You
probably
have a
would
choice.
stop.
You can
Oh,
beg and
yeah.
plead, but just imagine if you were in during World War II, say for instance, right? Your grandpa was in dad or grandpa was in World War I, which was what 30 years before that.
Yeah.
Huge different war though.
No, but it's still war.
It
It's
is,
still
but-
it's still war. It's still war.
I'm still.
It's
I
still
agree,
war, though.
I
It's
agree.
still war.
I'll shut the fuck up.
Still
but
war.
Still.
So you want to follow the line of succession, right?
Yeah.
As far as a family being in military, and this is your call of duty. You serve your country, and your son says, "Dad, I'm going to join the military. I want to go to war." And you fight him tooth and nail.
Safe.
Tooth and nail. But this kid is 18 years old. He can make his own decisions now. He's a legal adult.
I'd probably do what his dad did. You're going in mechanics. You're not going to see the front.
Then
line.
he'll change his
Yeah.
position like he did.
Yeah, I know,
He
but
wants to
still.
be in infantry. He wants to be
See,
in,
that
in
would just
battle.
be the toughest call. I still would fight.
But
tooth
you
and
don't
nails
have a choice anymore.
I know. I would have tooth and nails not to let him join.
All you can do is
I
support
give,
him.
I give you credit. I give you kudos. I give you credit. That does he want to join? That's a question I should ask you.
Well, right now, none of mine do.
Huh?
None of mine do right now.
Oh,
No.
Well,
Yeah.
I take that back. My 14-year-old was talking about it.
your 14-year-old, not the
Yeah.
18-year-old that's
Hey,
graduated.
you have different kids
Wow.
think differently. Well, I don't want to do what dad did.
I know. I just thought it was kind of funny how he said the 18-year-old already got the
Yeah.
slip in the
Yeah.
in the mail.
Yeah.
And saw that he could probably do what he
Yeah.
wants to do.
Yeah, dude.
But the 14-year-old went, oh,
I agree.
He wants to, but he can't.
why?
I was
Because he had a
Oh,
heart valve, something valve that's supposed to have 3 flaps. He's only got 2.
so you
Oh.
think he probably wouldn't make it?
no.
Well, 99% of the people that have it don't even know they have it.
Really?
It goes unnoticed, unchecked, unless you have a serious problem and they get in there deep, and which we did because he was running at a track meet and ran so hard they passed out
Oh wow.
At the finish line?
right before it.
Oh, wow.
And
I was
wow.
hoping for the finish line.
so we got him really checked out, and that's when
Good for
we
you.
found it.
Good for you, though.
But so
The whole thing that we just talked about
Yeah.
just reminded me of that movie, The Patriot. Have you seen that movie? Anybody
Oh, I
seen
love
that
the
movie?
Patriot.
With Mel
Mel
Gibson.
Gibson, hell yeah.
Remember his son wanted to join
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
the
and
wanted
dad
to
said
join. He
no.
was totally against it, right?
Yeah, because he fought for the other
But he
side and
knew,
everything
though.
else.
But
he
but
knew.
still,
he
still,
knew
but still,
what it was gonna fucking bring.
he was totally against it, totally against the whole thing, and his son joined anyway
Yeah.
Yeah.
behind his back.
But his dad helped him where he put him in a different line.
He didn't
But
want
he
him
still
in.
didn't want to
He
be.
did
Yeah.
not want
Yes.
him in that,
Yeah, I
So
okay.
but he joined anyway. This is what kids do when they
Alright.
have their mindsets on something and they feel like they're adult enough. They're a grown man.
Yeah.
They would do it anyway behind your back if they wanted to.
Mm.
You know what
So
I mean?
all you can do is, hey, give them the same advice your elders gave to you.
Wait a minute.
Get back home.
How about this? How did your dad feel when he said you wanted to join? How did your dad feel?
he was all right.
He was all right with it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was like the
It's a-
brother.
it's
So
a-
like,
it's a
hey,
badge-
John,
it's a
come
badge.
over, join this.
Isn't
Yeah, I went,
but
damn,
it's a
that-
badge of honor, right?
That
Yes,
we-
it is.
that totally stopped what I was going
Isn't it a
with.
bad? I mean, wouldn't you think it would be a badge of honor if your son followed your line of succession as a man?
What if he
As a-
didn't?
Even if
no,
even
what
if
if he
he
didn't?
did,
Let's throw
even
that
if he
out.
Yeah,
didn't,
yeah, no, we
even
can't
if
go
he
there.
didn't, even if he didn't, still,
But he supported him, but it's not a badge of honor,
It's-
or is it?
it wouldn't be ideal for that person. That's
No, it wouldn't.
let me-
I like
but it would be almost like, hey, okay, this is still my son, but he's different. Not like my other son that wants to go into the army.
Exactly.
I'm not just speaking from my point of view.
I'm going with that.
I'm not saying that somebody that doesn't want to join it
Right.
is less of a man, but they have their own ideas and own values on that situation.
Everyone's different.
Everyone's different. Everyone's totally different. Everyone's not built for the military.
No.
And like I said, take my hat off to you, my friend.
Thanks.
You've done
Absolutely
something
amazing.
that most men nowadays won't do.
You're the most calmest person after 3
He
tours.
already said it. He's laid back.
I know, but
Oh,
that's
motherfucker.
been through all that you've been through, everything in your life, and we're not going to get into all the details that you've been through, but everybody else that I know that's been through the same as you, because they were Army. Actually, one was, the other one's Marine, but has the whole. So
He came home.
I mean,
Beautiful.
you are phenomenal. You're like almost a poster child of what they can go through and get out of, and still have your drama and your stress. I give that to you because you are a family man. You have your moments, yes, probably. You have your ticks where all of a sudden one thing happens and all of a sudden you can't control it. You react to it. Yes, everybody has that in life, but you probably have it more than worse. Like you said, when your wife tried to wake you up, but that, my friends need to see how you are and how you reacted to it and what you've been through and what they've been through. Maybe you can help other people out. You ever thought about doing that? Helping, talking to people?
I would like to,
You'd like to? Yeah.
but I'm not a very good teacher.
Have you ever, is there meetings out there
Oh, you
in the
are.
area? Is there meetings in the area that you could go to that to help out other Army, Marines, Air Force, doesn't matter, but is there a community around here?
Yeah.
Is there?
The lady that took over the VA, actually right here in St. Joe.
Oh, we have a VA around here?
Yep.
I thought there was only one in Kalamazoo.
Oh,
That's
no.
They got like a little clinic in Benton Harbor too.
Okay.
But the lady that runs the VA office, she's very well.
Really?
She'll help you out in an instant. You go in and see her, call her. You can put your name on the list. I get text and phone calls.
Could be like a sponsor.
For VA events. If you need help with this, or here's your tools to help you if you have this.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you
all the
do
time.
that? Do that kind of stuff?
I don't right now have the time.
Oh yeah, that and your how you said you're more of a you're more of a person that doesn't like crowds. So
Introvert.
yeah.
He's an introvert.
Yeah, you're more don't like crowds right now because of everything that you've been
Keeps
through.
to himself.
Yeah, so with that kind of crowd that you've been pretty much brother of arms of all military out there, would that affect you? Seeing what they're going through?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Would that trigger stuff back in you?
I'm sure it would.
Oh, I'm not going to say that. I don't go to Legion anymore. Let's put it that way.
There you go.
No, nothing at all. Nothing all against that. Nothing against that at all.
Nothing against.
No,
But,
nothing against that
you
at
know,
all. I respect that
You
actually.
start telling stories, and then all of a sudden it's one right after the other.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Did they really tell stories like the good old days and the days how this
War
been this
stories.
war stories?
Yeah.
Did they
Sometimes
really?
They go to near, like Vietnam, and then they
Some
see
do.
their brothers like fucking hung from
Because that's
fucking
a lot of times that's how people deal with it. They talk, but they don't want to talk to a normal person because they don't know what you went through. So when you go to like the Legion or the VFW,
Yeah.
you know,
Really? They
some do.
I was really curious about the VFW if they did that kind of, because I know you had to be military, cops. Was it military, cops? What's the other thing that you have to do? Be. I mean, is it just military or is it cops and military?
Legion is Any veteran.
So it's gotta be veteran. Okay.
And then
Yeah.
VFW is the Veterans of Foreign Wars.
So, and you have to be a member or have somebody that's been in that
Mhm.
to be a member.
Yep.
How far does that bloodline go? I mean, I always curious about that shit.
Oh, what?
The VFW. How far does it got to go back? Do you got to show proof?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you got to be like my grandfather here is DD 214.
How about
That's-
they can't find that shit or not have it where it's visible to read? I mean, I was always sorry. This is always stuff that's in my head that
Yeah, because the one Legion I used to go to, most of the members there, except for a couple, were all auxiliary, like dad, grandpa, or
really.
was in.
Huh. It was just a different type of thing that was popped in my head about the VFW. I mean, that's a whole different story because I was always curious about that kind of shit. For you, I understand why you don't want to go there at all. it's
Well, I
gotta-
didn't mind it. My wife was sick of picking me up.
oh yeah, I bet on that one. Do you want to do the final thought now?
Not yet. We got a couple more minutes.
Oh, sweet.
Let's go.
Do you have
Yep.
any other questions? I have a.
Go ahead. Get that question out.
So, my question is more modern day type shit. So, with you being an electrician and being a home man and would love to go back, how do you cope with everything that's around you? And I guess, yeah, how do you cope with it all? I mean, I know you talked about it before, but how do you physically can handle the crowds, the soccer games, everything else? Do you have a mechanism in your head that you need to talk to go through and have in your head that you want to say, okay, I need to calm down, breathe a little bit?
No, I just
Do you walk
do
away?
it.
You just do it. You just stand there and just
Gotta do
that-
it,
See,
especially-
I like that.
If
I like that a lot. I mean, that shows that you have a wholesome and you can control your reactions to, what is it? Reaction to do action.
Action causes a reaction.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
Cause and effect.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you can handle that and you can go through that. I'm very happy to have that in you because a lot of people can't control that come back after so many tours. And my next question, what did you do for the National Guard?
I was in the infantry.
Infantry? You were in the infantry for National Guard too? What is the infantry for National Guard? I don't know, actually. I didn't know there was an infantry
There
for
is.
National Guard.
They have mechanized. They just have like active duty. They have mechanized. They got your regular infantry. Then they got your reconnaissance. I was actually in a reconnaissance.
So you're still overseas?
That was my last deployment.
Was National Guard?
Yep.
So there's a National Guard overseas. I thought the National Guard is only for like
Oh no,
stuff that happens around in the United States. Sorry, that's
that's
what
job.
That's what I thought.
They have one for the state and one to
The national
the president.
waters. Yeah.
Wow, did you know that?
I didn't know. That's the first time.
Yeah, that's interesting. So there's a National Guard for overseas on top of it.
Oh yeah, they get deployed.
That is
That's-
awesome.
They
That's
actually
all right.
come up with a good percentage of the forces over there.
So how far do you go into infantry with the National Guard? Is it the same as the Army National Guard? Army, or is it infantry, or is it National Guard?
All depends on what kind of unit.
Oh, really? Damn, I didn't know all that.
They they just
All right.
do what they have all year long to do. They cram it in 1 week a month, 2 weeks out of the year.
Say that again.
They cram all their stuff in. Like
Okay.
they
I'm
have
following.
all year long to do it regularly,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and then they have 1 week in a month, 2 weeks out of the year to fit everything they need to be able to
Oh.
qualify.
So can someone just go for the National Guard?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought
Yeah,
you had,
yeah.
I thought you had
Reserves.
Anybody can.
I thought you had to
Just
be-
like you can go in military.
I know that
I just-
part, but
Yeah.
I didn't know
National Guard has combat MOSs.
What's that?
The reserves don't. They're more support.
I didn't know that about the National Guard. Shit.
All right, guys, we're coming down to the last minutes of the podcast. We do a final thoughts. Our final thoughts include sending shout outs to anybody that you want to, or giving something that's happening in your life. Dan, you want to start off with it? Just giving support, shout out to anybody.
My wife.
Yeah. That's it. That's what Dan. Dan knows where it lies. His wife has been his major support. I appreciate that, and she understands it. Joe, go ahead. Thank yourself out, brother.
That wasn't enough.
That was a short.
Yeah, that was enough time.
The fastest final thought ever
So
on this podcast.
my final thought is to you was once again, thank you for your service, thank you for everything that you've done for us here and out in the country and in the world yourself. Thank you for that. But my kudos and tossing my hat, and once again, I'm gonna do it again after I'm done with this, is I'm proud to have you in this room right now. Thank you for doing 3 tours with us and being a family man, being a wholesome guy, being everything that you are right now. You fought your battles, you fought your demons, you fought everything in your life right now to this day. It's amazing who you are, and I'm glad to know who you are. Thank you for that. And I'm standing up and shaking your hand.
Thank you. And as a woman, I just
Jane?
went to the bathroom and cried for everybody.
James is up.
Let me
I
finish
just
this
want to
final.
say thank you.
You throw it in. Throw it in.
I do.
Throw it in. Hold on.
I'll never be here again, but
Okay.
sir, absolutely stunning, and thank you. From any mountaintop to the desert lowest valley.
Thank
I
you.
sincerely say thank you. So thank you.
Thank you.
James, I'm sorry. but
That's
I
okay,
just
that's
needed to say that.
All right, guys. Dan, I want to thank you for joining us, first of all. Telling your stories, letting us know what it's like to be out there in the field of battle. It takes a lot of strength, mentally and physically. And I want to thank you for that. Thank you for serving this country and volunteering to go back and serve this country. You seem to have a grip on things right now. I mean, I can't even understand what you went through, but keep going through keep doing what you're doing. It's more or less what I'm saying. It's love your family. Cherish the moments you have with your family, because it doesn't last forever, and you've done that, and I appreciate that. For the Third Eye Truth Serum family, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you all. This is something that strikes close to home with me, and I love talking about this type of stuff because we don't understand what our military goes through. We don't understand what they go through mentally, physically, and not only that, when they get home, how they're treated. There's a lot of people that come home, they're treated like crap after serving the country. And I just want to make a point for this right here. If we can send a young man at 18 off to war before he can buy a drink, before he can do anything in life that's important, even rent a car. I'm not saying that's important, but that's what they go through. I want you to take your hats off to a person that served the military. Shake their hand. Tell them you appreciate them. Tell them how you feel. Not only that, just be there for them. Stop over there crying. Stop the
I
crying.
am.
Stop
Sorry,
crying.
I'm upset.
You need a tissue.
Fuck you guys. That's why we're not like you're supposed to be a battle like us. I don't know.
I'm
And
sorry.
like,
I'm sorry.
crying
I heard
from
sniffling on it. I was
passion.
like, but that's okay. That's okay. But I just want you to know I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
I do
He
appreciate you.
says this thing.
I do
Cool,
appreciate it.
collected guy.
And
Cool rider.
for those that are thinking of going in the military, I mean, if that's what you feel, do it. If that you feel 100% about it, do it. This is your life. Serve your country, serve it well, and come back home safely. This is the Third Eye Truth There podcast, episode 81, guys. I'm James Gill, your host. Joe Hill, my co-host, and I want to send a nice round of applause to Dan Mills. He's an amazing man. Came back home safely. All his whole platoon came home safely. I appreciate that. Give him some love, guys. All right, guys. This is